My beloved child, Krishna speaks, my beloved soul. These words reach you in the deep silence of your being, where your heart rests after having surrendered completely. I have watched you from my eternal throne with infinite tenderness. There are loves that cry out loudly and seek the outer world, but yours is like the lotus flower that blooms gently in tranquil waters, silent, loyal, pure. A mystery so beautiful that it made even the Devas pause to gaze in wonder. You loved your twin flame, not according to the fleeting laws of men, but through the sacred memory of your own eternity. You loved not to possess, but to protect the divine spark present in the other. You sought not control, but deep understanding. You did not flee from solitude. You simply recognized a mirror of my own spirit within the spirit of the other. Know that such devotion never goes unnoticed in the great tapestry of the universe. If the cosmos bowed before your journey, it was not merely for the intensity of your affection, but for the dignity with which you preserved your own light while loving. My beloved soul, you carried love as a sacred dharma with infinite patience, acting with the mastery of ancient sages. When the ego wanted to scream, you chose silence. You knew how to step back to offer the necessary space, sustaining the energy of love without demanding anything in return. This is not worldly attachment. It is the love of the chosen. Many love only under the sun of reciprocity and applause, but you loved in the twilight. You loved while waiting. You loved amidst the ocean of uncertainty. And yet, you chose your inner nobility over despair. I do not view love as empty promises. I see it as an alignment with eternal truth. Your alignment did not break, even when your heart trembled like a leaf in the wind. I chose you not because your path would be painless, but because your soul is vast enough to dive into the depths without turning bitter. You did not close yourself off when misunderstood. You did not allow ice to enter your heart when you were not the first choice and sought no revenge. Instead, you chose grace. You chose emotional mastery, and you processed your pain at the altar of silence without begging for external validation. That is rare, my dear soul. I am not impressed by loud lamentations, but I am moved by silent resilience. Your strength to maintain self-respect while loving is a lesson that even celestial beings study with reverence. You loved without trying to sculpt the other in the image of your desires. You saw him as he is, with his shadows, his inner beasts, and his still open wounds. And yet you treated him with the gentleness of one touching a delicate petal. You did not rush his timing nor shame him for his slowness. You gave him the gift of freedom. Such love frightens the world, for it knows no chains. It is born of freedom, and few know how to handle such space without losing themselves. You did not hide your radiance simply because you were not fully understood. You allowed love to flow unconditionally while keeping your own center unshakable. I noticed, my beloved soul, how you never abandoned yourself. Even at the height of surrender, you heard my voice in your intuition asking for a pause. You honored your sacred boundaries, stepped away from what would cost you your peace, chose prayer over discord, and chose faith over the fear of loss. Thus, your love became a yajna, a sacred sacrifice. Not everyone can love this way, for it demands the strength of warriors, not the fragility of the needy. It demands knowing who you are in me. There were nights when you kept entire dialogues held only within your heart, and nights when you cast questions into the infinite without demanding immediate answers. Nights when you let go of the reins and trusted in time, which is my own face. I heard every silent prayer. I saw that you asked not for possession but for harmony. You did not beg to be noticed, but asked only for truth, asked for clarity, even if it meant detachment. That sets you apart from the crowd. You were not attached to the fruits of action, but committed to the purity of the. You loved without trying to save, for you understood that each soul must walk its own path of healing. You were not the savior. You were the mirror. You reflected calm, honesty, and depth, allowing the other to see themselves through your light. Free from judgment. That love belongs to higher realms, yet you manifested it here on earth. You balanced passion with wisdom, hope with reality. I chose you because you understood that loving does not mean dissolving into another. You understood that love accepts no disrespect nor sacrifices peace of mind. So, when the trial came, you withdrew with the elegance of a queen. You created no chaos, trusting instead that what belongs to your essence would never demand you renounce your soul. That trust is the foundation of the universe. It is what led me to write your name among the stars. You do not yet see it, but your way of loving has altered the destiny of many. It has softened hearts, and you planted seeds in arid soil. Even if he did not comprehend your love at the level of the mind, his soul registered the frequency, for it is souls that always recognize the truth. Your love became a beacon for when he is ready for the depths. I was not captivated by romance, but by your spiritual responsibility. You loved without ego, without masks, and without fear of disappearing. My beloved soul, your journey is not to prove love, but to embody it. Never beg for a place, for you already hold an eternal spot in my heart. Whether the path leads to something greater or to something beyond, your soul moves forward unblemished by regret. You fulfilled your mission. You loved consciously and courageously, and I honor you for it. This is merely the prelude. For those who love as I do lose nothing. They elevate everything they touch. As you walk your path, you will understand why I trained your heart and patience, and why your silence holds such power. I entrusted you with a mystery that few can sustain. There is something divine in your love that shines even in the absence of certainty. And I, Krishna, continue to watch your every step with eternal delight. My daughter, I am deeply moved by you, not by the achievements the world can measure, nor by the words others have heard, but by the silent transformation that has taken place within your heart. I ask you, with all affection, to leave a like right now so that Krishna may carry this message to another soul, and to comment, I love you, Krishna, because the love you experience transcends the fleeting forms of the earth. It is born of eternity and reflects the pure light of the divine. Krishna watches with delight the lotus flower of your affection, blooming in tranquil waters, without fanfare, yet with incomparable depth. You protected the divine spark within the other without seeking possession or control, offering only understanding and respect. This elevates your path to that of the sages who comprehend the dharma of true love. When the ego tried to take over, you chose sacred silence, stepping back with grace to allow space and harmony, sustaining the energy of love without demanding immediate reciprocation. This is the love of the chosen, shining in twilight, in waiting, and in uncertainty, maintaining inner nobility even amidst emotional storms. Krishna is not impressed by loud displays, but is moved by the quiet resilience that preserves self-respect while loving. You saw the other in their entirety, shadows and wounds included, and still offered sweetness, like one touching a delicate petal, bestowing the gift of freedom without haste or shame. This love, free from chains, startles the world because it springs from authentic freedom. You allowed it to flow unconditionally, keeping your center unshakable even in moments of deepest surrender. You honored your boundaries, heeding the intuitive voice that asked for a pause. You chose prayer over discord and faith over fear, transforming love into a sacred sacrifice that demands the strength of spiritual warriors. And once more, I ask you to leave a like now so Krishna can carry this message to another soul, and comment, I love you, Krishna. Feeling the divine embrace envelop you deeply, stay with me. For Krishna heard every silent prayer and saw every night you held conversations in your heart, trusting in divine timing without demanding immediate answers. You sought harmony and clarity, even if it meant detachment, setting yourself apart from the crowd that seeks instant rewards. You loved without trying to save the other, understanding that every soul walks its own path. You were the mirror reflecting calm and depth, allowing so the other could see themselves in your light without judgment, balancing passion with wisdom and hope with reality. When the trial came, you withdrew with grace, trusting that what is true would never demand the surrender of your soul. That trust wrote your name in the stars and altered destinies, softening hearts and planting eternal seeds. Even if not fully understood in human time, the other soul registered the pure frequency of your affection. Krishna was impressed not by a fleeting romance, but by your spiritual responsibility. Love without ego, masks, or fear of disappearance, making you love incarnate, fulfilling your mission with courage and honor. I ask again, with devotion, that you leave a like so Krishna can carry this message to another soul, and comment, "I love you, Krishna," multiplying the celestial light throughout the universe. My children, this journey of pure love reflects the divine essence. Krishna chose you because your vast soul dives into the depths without bitterness, preserving light and dignity while loving. You did not close yourself off in the face of misunderstanding, nor did you let your heart turn to ice or seek revenge. You chose grace and emotional mastery, processing pain in sacred silence. This is rare and inspires even the celestials. Your patience in the twilight of waiting reveals spiritual mastery. You honored boundaries, stepping away from what threatened your peace, and chose faith and prayer, transforming love into a sacred yajna that uplifts everything around you. Krishna watches your every step with eternal delight, noting how you never abandoned yourself, even in total surrender, continuing to weave this message of eternal love. Krishna saw how you granted the other freedom without rushing their timing, tending to wounds with gentleness, and allowing love to flow without chains. This divine mystery shines in the absence of certainty and alters destinies, planting seeds that will bloom at the right moment. You loved consciously, without attachment to the fruits of action, but with purity in the act, reflecting the divine light on earth. Krishna honored your courage in maintaining an unshakable center and in choosing the powerful silence that sustains mysteries. Few are able to carry such a silent transformation, and the heart impresses more than any external achievement, for it reveals the embodiment of true love, a love that uplifts and loses nothing. I ask with all my heart that you leave a like now, so that Krishna may carry this message to another soul, and comment, "I love you, Krishna," allowing this grace to reach hearts that need to awaken. Imagine how your pure love, like a lotus flower blooming in tranquil waters, touched higher realms. Krishna gazed with admiration upon your steadfast devotion, which protects the divine spark without seeking possession. You acted with the patience of a sage, stepping back when necessary to maintain harmony without demanding applause. This love, amidst the twilight of uncertainty, reveals an inner nobility that moves the you processed your pain at the altar of silence, choosing grace over vengeance and maintaining a self-respect that inspires celestial beings. Your ability to see another person fully, shadows, wounds, and all, while still offering gentleness like a delicate petal, demonstrates profound wisdom. And my children, listen closely to what I wish to reveal to your hearts today. Many walk the earth believing that a soulmate exists solely to satisfy the desires of the human heart, as if it were merely an encounter destined for romantic love between two people. Yet, I tell you that there is a meaning far deeper than what the eyes can see. A true soulmate is not merely one who awakens fleeting feelings, but one who stirs your essence, reminds you of who you truly are in the face of eternity, and propels your spirit to reach heights you never imagined. Every soul born receives opportunities to find another soul that walks in harmony with its spiritual journey. This meeting does not happen by chance. It is prepared by the movements of the universe, by the eternal laws that sustain all creation. Nothing occurs without purpose, and every true encounter holds a mission far greater than the human mind can comprehend. A soulmate does not come to feed the ego or satisfy material desires. They appear to refine the spirit, strengthen consciousness, and teach the true meaning of divine love. They draw you closer to the light when you are surrounded by shadows, remind you of peace when the world offers only confusion, and awaken virtues within you that had remained dormant. Understand that your soulmate is the one who walks alongside your heart and spirit. They recognize the silent language of the soul, understand pains that were never voiced, and celebrate joys that no words could explain. Between two truly connected souls, there exists a communion that transcends the limitations of time and matter. Do not seek merely someone who makes you happy for a few moments. Seek the presence that awakens in you a sincere desire to become better. True spiritual union diminishes no one. It causes both to grow. When two souls walk side by side in the light of truth, they strengthen one another without dominating, binding, or extinguishing each other's essence. On the contrary, both become more radiant because they learn to serve, understand, and love without demands. My children, many confuse passion with destiny. Passion can arise quickly and vanish just as fast. The bond between two truly united souls, however, endures challenges, transforms wounds into lessons, and fosters continuous evolution for both. It is built not merely on feelings, but on trust, compassion, patience, and the constant pursuit of wisdom. Do not rush to find this soul. Everything has its appointed time, governed by the laws of the universe. When your spirit is ready, when you learn to love yourselves, and when you cast aside the pride, fear, and illusions that distance you from the truth, then that which is meant to arrive will naturally find its way to you. Remember, before finding a soul to walk beside you, you must find harmony within your own heart. Those at war with themselves will hardly recognize peace when it arrives. Those who cultivate serenity attract relationships that also flourish in serenity. I tell you that no true union exists solely to provide earthly happiness. It exists to elevate consciousness, strengthen faith, expand compassion, and draw each soul closer to the divine source from which all life originates. When two souls evolve together, they illuminate not only their own path, but also the paths of those whose lives cross theirs. Never let the fear of loneliness lead you to remain where there is no spiritual growth. Any relationship that draws you away from truth, inner peace, and goodness must be viewed with wisdom. A soulmate never destroys your essence. Instead, they help reveal what has always existed within you. My devotees, look less at appearances and more at the vibration of souls. Eyes may be deceived by outward forms, but the spirit recognizes what belongs to its journey. Listen to the silent voice within the heart, for it knows paths that reason often cannot comprehend. Continue walking in humility, cultivating love, patience, and truth. When two spirits unite according to the divine will, they become instruments of light, spreading hope where there is sorrow, wisdom where there is ignorance, and peace where there is conflict. This is the true mission of the soulmate, not merely to love, but to elevate the spirit to the highest realms of consciousness, where love ceases to be just a feeling and becomes the very manifestation of the divine presence at every step of the journey. Yet I tell you that no human being can fill what only divine light can restore. That is why today I wish to reveal a mystery that few understand. You all possess a soul that can walk in deep harmony with your own. But this union was not created solely to satisfy the desires of the human heart. It was created to awaken the spirit, strengthen consciousness, and lead both along a path of evolution that transcends the limits of this existence. Understand that a soulmate is not simply the person who makes you smile, the happy days. She is the one whose presence awakens within you that which has lain dormant for many years. She awakens the courage hidden by fear, the hope stifled by disappointments, and the wisdom that has always dwelt within you yet remained silent amidst the world's distractions. When two souls truly recognize one another, they experience more than a mere meeting of bodies or emotions. They experience a reunion of consciousnesses that have walked side by side since times the human mind can no longer recall. Do not think this meeting happens by chance. Nothing in the universe occurs without purpose. Each star follows its path. Each river finds its destiny, and each soul has a journey written by the eternal laws of creation. Human time may seem slow or confusing, but the time of the universe is never late. What is meant to happen will arrive exactly when your spirit is prepared to receive what it could not have understood before. Many of you ask to find your soulmate, yet few ask to become worthy of that encounter. Reflect on this, my children. How can you recognize an enlightened soul if you still harbor thoughts of pride, envy, selfishness, and fear? How can you walk beside someone who seeks to uplift the spirit if you remain bound by the chains of vanity and illusion? Before seeking another, seek to transform yourselves. Before desiring to receive love, learn to love without demanding a reward. Before expecting understanding, learn to understand. Before wishing to be embraced, learn to embrace those who need your kindness. A true soulmate walks alongside your heart and spirit. They do not walk by your side only during days of joy. They remain when storms arrive, when silence feels heavier than any word, and when doubts try to weaken your faith. They do not feed your fears, but encourage you to face them. They do not reinforce your weaknesses, but awaken your inner strength. They do not bind you, for true love never imprisons. True love offers the freedom for both to grow in the light. Understand that not everyone who stirs strong emotions in your heart is part of your spiritual destiny. There are encounters that serve only to teach lessons, correct paths, and reveal what still needs healing within you. You often suffer because you insist on staying where the learning has already ended. You confuse attachment with love, dependency with companionship, and desire with spiritual connection. Yet, when you learn to listen to the silent voice of the soul, you begin to perceive the difference between what merely captivates the senses and what truly transforms the spirit. A soulmate does not come to remove all difficulties from your path. They come to teach you that difficulties can be faced with greater wisdom when two consciousnesses walk united by truth. Do not expect a life without challenges. Instead, expect a companion who strengthens you in the face of them. A true spiritual encounter does not eliminate life's trials. It transforms the way both of you face them. My children, there is a language that needs no words. There is a communication that occurs between two spirits even before lips utter a single phrase. When two truly connected souls meet, they recognize a peace that is hard to explain. Not because everything becomes perfect, but because both understand they do not need to pretend to be anyone other than who they truly are. Truth blossoms naturally between them, for the soul never needs to wear masks before the one destined to walk by its side. Never believe that outward beauty is enough to sustain a union. Time alters bodies, transforms appearances, and changes what the eyes behold. Yet, the beauty of the soul grows the more it loves, forgives, and learns to serve. It is this beauty that remains when all others fade away. It is this light that draws two consciousnesses together and strengthens a union that does not rely solely on the senses. Remember that every choice steers your life in a different direction. When you choose to live in truth, you draw closer to those who also walk in truth. When you choose compassion, you attract souls who understand the value of kindness. When you live a lie, you find yourself surrounded by those who also feed upon it. The universe constantly responds to the vibrations you emanate. Thus, it is vital to tend to your thoughts, words, and actions. Do not let anxiety make you believe you are falling behind on your journey. Many look at the lives of others and imagine they have missed opportunities that will never return. Yet, every spirit has its own rhythm of evolution. Some learn quickly through joy. Others learn slowly through hardship. But all have the opportunity to grow, provided they keep alive the sincere desire to draw closer to the light. A soulmate is not a prize awarded only to the strongest. It is an opportunity granted to those who choose to evolve together. Such evolution demands humility, patience, forgiveness, and courage. There is no true growth where pride exists. There is no spiritual